Hi everyone, for tonight's Nightcap in review, I'm having an adult beverage, and tonight I'll be discussing Reborn by Jaymin Eve. I did receive this as an ARC from NetGalley and HTP, Harlequin Trade Publishing, of which I am on their influencer team, but all that means is I am auto-approved for any book I apply for on NetGalley. I receive no financial compensation. Of course, I'm giving my honest opinion. Now, this is book 3 in the series. You do have to read them in order, but this is the final book in this portion of the series, though there are 3 spin-offs which I plan to read. Now, these are the highlights. And there were no listed content warnings in my version. I gave this a 4.5. So what's it about? So this book closes out the series where Mira is back with her pack and now has everything she has ever wanted. She has a fated mate who is none other than the Alpha, and she also can now enjoy her best life without being the punching bag of the pack. But something just feels off, and it feels like everyone is lying to her about the lost time in her memory, and every time she pushes, they just tell her to forget the past, move on, and settle into being the Alpha's mate. But they obviously don't know her, as she has never been one to give in and plans to keep pushing until she uncovers what's really going on. But she will have to work quickly, as whatever it is that's missing in her memory feels massive and like time is running out, and she plans to make whoever messed with her memory pay for what they've done. So what are my thoughts? Again, I'm giving this a 4.5. Now, I think this book was a great way to close out the series, and it may in fact be my favorite book of the series, and I think a lot of that has to do with our male main character, Shadow, because in this book, we got to experience him as a mate and all of his possessiveness as it pertains to Mira, especially after everything they went through in the last book and then the start of this book. He is just extra growly, and I really loved it. Now, in this book, just like everyone else, Shadow has had his memory messed with, and he has been made to forget Mira, and he doesn't know what he doesn't know. He just knows something is missing, especially as it pertains to his B-side. His B-side knows something's missing, so he is on a rampage to destroy everything, and I just was really enjoying it. I mean, I'm a dark romance girly, so I'm all for male characters cutting off the hand of a man who touches their woman, so I was all for the rampage he went on, though I will say he did destroy one thing that broke my heart, but if Mira is willing to forgive him, I'm willing to forgive him as well. Now, when it comes to Mira, our female main character, I really enjoyed her because her memories are messed with and she's dropped back into her horrible pack. And she remembers that they're a horrible pack, but with her status in the pack now, everyone's like, this is the perfect life. You should just accept it and move on. But she knows something's not right. Her memories are not what they should be. And I just appreciate her tenacity and her inquisitive nature to uncover the truth of what's really going on. I mean, a lot of people would have just accepted it and moved on, but that is not her. I appreciated, again, her tenacity, her smart mouth, and also her heart. You get a lot of scenes in this book that showcase her heart, and it just made her a really well-rounded character that I enjoyed. Now, something else I want to say is that this book is a great example of why I like to read books by women, because there were so many one-liners in this book that the author did that made me feel seen as a woman. Like, there was this one scene where Mira was like, I gotta do this, this, and this. Well, I'm a woman and we're great at multitasking. And I was like, yes, we are. And I just felt very seen and I enjoyed it. There was a lot of one-liners like that throughout this book and the series. Now, I will say overall, I really enjoyed the book. I enjoyed the series. The end did drag a little bit simply because the big bad that they were fighting had a habit of coming back, so it was a bit of a whack-a-mole situation, but overall, again, I really enjoyed it and I would recommend it. It will be available April 21st. Definitely check it out, and I hope everyone has a good night and happy readings.